a new episode. Today we are going to be working on baby girl's car. We're over here. What else is going on? Let me close the door here. Let's see. There you go. 200 and almost 20,000 miles. All right. So, as you can tell, I have a obscure and stupid haircut. I'm just doing it because it's pretty funny. You guys never see me like this, but I am a jokester. I want to show you guys something here. Something that I have noticed. And wife's been complaining about something knocking. So what I'm gonna do is I want you to listen for a sound. It comes from this side over here. So you can't really hear it. But the complaint is, well, there's a couple complaints. Complaint is that there's knocking whenever you're driving. That's the first part. And second part, whenever you're lightly braking, there is a noise, metal to metal. So I'm going to check this bad boy out. I did check it out very little before, maybe like 2 days ago, and then I ordered some parts, which I will show you guys in a second here. But with 200 and some odd thousand miles on this car, it does have some issues, but they're not a lot. Like, there is no check engine light, and I am not you know, I don't erase the codes or anything like that before I jump in this car. I literally just start it, and whatever's there is there, and I deal with it as the problems come with this car. The wife loves this car. It is a 2009 or 2002. Actually, it's a 2009 Mercedes C300. Everybody that's in this C300 club will know that these are they're cheap cars, but they're very reliable. So I don't mind working on it. I've done literally everything except for the engine on this car, and it runs like a top. It really does. But like I said before, there is a knocking on the front, almost like an axle or something like that. So we're gonna get underneath the car and we're gonna replace some parts. Something that I know is the problem, and I will show you guys what the issue is as well, and I will show you guys how to do this. One thing I don't have is an exhaust gasket, which is not that bad. They are not super easy to find, but they are not really a super big cause for concern when it comes to this car. It has like a I'm not gonna say a reusable gasket, but it's a little circle donut gasket that happens in the back and in the front. So let me get this thing up in the air, and I will show you guys exactly what it is that I am talking about, because trust me, you're not gonna wanna miss this episode if you have one of these and have a knocking in the front end. So give me 1 second. Let me get this bad boy in the air. All right, so before we get into this bad boy, one thing I have noticed already that I didn't notice a couple days ago. So if you guys have been under your car and have noticed, there's supposed to be a shield from here all the way back to here, covering all of this stuff here, and yeah, it's gone. This thing is just gone. I don't know if the wifey hit something. It's a possibility, who knows? Like, we've been getting a lot of snow. It looks like there was an impact here, small impact, but enough to kind of do some type of damage. I know that there was a while ago she had hit something back here or up front. That definitely wasn't her fault. Something fell off a truck or something like that, and she couldn't avoid it. So I don't know if the same thing that she did with this hit this. I'm inclined to think yes, but we don't know. But now, one thing that I want to show you guys. So what I'm gonna do is I want you guys to just listen here real quick. All right. It might be hard for you to listen to, but there's not supposed to be any kind of sound. And I'm pretty sure I have this thing in park. So if you listen back here, there is no real sounds whenever you spin the rear wheels at all. Nothing from the drive shaft. I mean, like, obviously you're not going to hear anything, but the rear, you don't hear anything from the rear at all. If I do both hands here, I don't know if I can. All right. So you're not going to hear a lot because there's nothing going on back here. It's all up here. So this is what I want you to draw your attention to. All right. So this might be a difficult view to see, but I want you to look up in here. Can you see this? I don't want to burn my light here. You know what? Let me take off this shield here, because what we're looking for is the front drive shaft here, or prop shaft. That's what it's called. Drive shaft is in the back, just so that you know. Drive shaft is in the back. Prop shaft is in the front, connecting the front wheels. So let me take this shield off here, and then we can get a better view. All right, people. So with that shield removed, you can clearly see up in here. So this is the U-joint. Oh, the catalytic converter is really hot. This is the U-joint here for the front prop shaft. Now, I want you to pay close attention to it. I'm trying to get my light so that it's not in the way here. So I want you to see how this bad boy reacts here. All right, I know you guys should clearly be able to see that. So this is clearly, that's just me wiggling it, and this is me moving the tire for the front wheel. So this is our major issue here. So I do have a replacement prop shaft that I got online at I think it's Parts Geek or something like that. What I'll do is I'll link down in the description below of where I got it from so that you guys can grab it. You might be able to get it cheaper. You might not be able to. I don't know. I might have just got lucky with what I got. But like I said before, I'll link it down in the description below. But it doesn't look like it's going to be a difficult project to do. The main thing is getting off this side of the exhaust here, the passenger side, the catalytic converter, and the two O2 sensors that are up in there. I have to let the car down, unplug those, so I can get to getting this side off. This is the major hurdle. So when I get this out, I can actually move the prop shaft over. I can unbolt it, and then I can get to getting those bolts out one by one, move it over, and then the prop shaft should come out with no problem from this side up here, and just pop it right out. You have to move some of these things out of the way. But yeah, it shouldn't be that difficult, but if you're untrained or doing it on your back, it might be a little bit difficult. So I'm gonna go through the steps with you right now. Whenever you let the car down, the two, I'm pretty sure they have two wideband O2 sensors up on each side of the cylinder, or each side of the exhaust. So you have to get to that from the top. I know for a fact one of these sides, I'm pretty sure it's this side over here on this side, does have a broken, I think it's like a broken, like, you know, plug or whatnot. So I'm gonna have to really work on that. I don't know if I'm gonna actually fix it or what I'm gonna do. I'll figure out something, but you know, until then, we'll work on it now. But yeah, let me let this car down, and we're just gonna get straight into it. All right, so I do have both sensors taken apart. Now, as you can tell, this one is the one that I was concerned about, but I did get it out with no problem. The other one is down here. It is a wideband O2 sensor plug. So both of those are unplugged, ready to go. So now I could put the car back up in the air, and I could actually take the exhaust off, and then I can get the heat shield out of the way for the exhaust for the prop shaft, and then we could work on getting that prop shaft out. So let's get it up in the air. All right, ladies and gentlemen, folks, so let me show you exactly what I'm dealing with here. So you need to take off this it's like a dust shield for underneath, but I do have the lift blocking one of the sides here. The reason why is that you need to take this bar out. It is I want to say it's like I don't know, like a I'd probably say a T10 or something like that. But to get there, these are all 10mm bolts here, these little, like, you know, to hold this splash shield up. Some of them are breaking because they're just so brittle, and others, like this one, don't have a cap on it. So that's what I'm kind of dealing with right now. I don't want to drill a hole into this thing because there is 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is underneath here. So give me a couple minutes here. I'm gonna try to get this bar out, and we'll continue on after that. All right, so little course correction here. This bar is for torx T50s. So just keep that in mind whenever you're doing that. Put that over to the side. On my, I'm just gonna go off of what I have here. So this is a 12mm bolt here. There's supposed to be 2 13s, but there's a 13 here and a 13 here, depending on your set. Like, I only have 1 bolt here. So that's what I'm gonna go with, 13mm here. And then up top, I can't really see, so whenever I do get there, I will update you guys with what we have. But let me get this exhaust off, and then we can see exactly what we got going on. Give me 1 minute. All right, so now that I have the exhaust off and everything taken out, what you need to do is you need to take a crowbar, like I had to here, crowbar, and you need to pull the exhaust back. So you got to put it in between this cross member back here and then the rear subframe, and pull everything backwards. It'll give you enough room here to clear this. So the exhaust actually has a little part here at the very end that sticks into the resonator. So it just needs to clear that. The 2 bolts that are up top here that are flared are they're inverted. They are inverted torx. They are E12. They're E12 bolts. So 2 E12 bolts go up in there, and it should be good. Should be good. So now we can actually work on getting this thing. Well, you can kind of clearly see. Well, more clearly see. Now we're gonna work on getting this this shield off here. So it looks like it's 1. There's 2 bolts here. There's a bolt here, bolt here. That's what it looks. Well, no, just 1 bolt here, another bolt here. And I think that's it. I think there's only 2 bolts. I think those probably are I think those are E10s, not 12s. Yeah, they are E10s, not 12s. So let's get that off now. All right, so I I do have 3 out of the 4 bolts here. I will need to I'll need to let the car down a little bit and throw it in neutral so I could actually spin this bad boy, because as you could tell, like it wants to go, but it can't go nowhere. Can't go nowhere. So no, I can't spin it at all. So let me get this last bolt out, and then we'll continue after that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, folks. So now that I have this thing, so quick thing. So I went up there, put the key on, put it in neutral, undid the batteries just so that we're not draining the battery. So I spun both wheels, and then it lined up, so it should be good, and hopefully it should come out. And it's probably not going to come out with no issue here. Probably gonna have to wiggle this thing out. So give me a couple minutes here. I gotta get some stuff out of the way, because what needs to happen is I need to push this thing up out of the way to the side, and then I need to pull it this way and out of the way, because right now I don't have enough room, or don't have a lot of room. Hopefully I don't have to take my transmission jack out and actually let the transmission down a little bit. Hopefully I won't have to do that, but we're just gonna have to see. So give me a minute, I'll report back what I need to do in a second. All right. So not something I really wanted to do, but it's definitely something that is needed. So what you need to do is you need to pull out your transmission jack, whatever you want to call it. What you need to do is you need to just let it down. These are 8 16mm bolts, and you can keep everything kind of up. It's not going to hurt anything back here or up here. You need to let the transmission down. It's about 6 inches or so, and you need to push the trailing arm, or the this side of the prop shaft. You need to push it up and forward. So when I say that, you need to push it upwards and forward into the car, and then it'll come off of this these splines here. So that's pretty much what you need to do to try to get this bad boy off, and it will come out. You might or might not have to remove this. I didn't have to. Once everything was pushed up, it came out the side over here, and then I just pulled everything out like this. So just keep that in mind whenever you're doing this. So I do have the new one. Actually, let's just see how bad this bad boy is. When I tell, let me get rid of this freaking light. So when I tell you this thing was just, it was definitely mangled. So looking at the U-joint here is just, doop, doop. It's just bad. And it's just the 2 sides, and it just, you can see it's just it's mangled to no end. So, which kind of sucks. I can probably actually get new U-joints for this, but I don't know exactly how effective that would be. So I'm not going to really mess around with it too much. I'm going to hold on to it for a little bit. I don't think that it's going to be usable, just because it's just oblonged in this corner here. I think in this corner too. No, this corner is still good, but it is still oblonged nevertheless. So I do have a new piece. Let me unbox it here, and I'll put it side by side to show you guys exactly what it is. Oh yes, just like anything else made in this world, made in China. So but yeah, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? But it does look really good. Actually, it actually looks thicker. Well, actually the flange looks a lot thicker than the OEM flange, which means that it could possibly be stronger, but I highly doubt it. Who knows? I don't know. But the joints are brand new, greased and such. It looks really good. And yeah, we're just gonna reverse what we just did here, and yeah, I'm gonna see exactly what this thing looks like. So give me a little bit here. I'm gonna get the shaft in off camera. It's just a reverse of everything that I just did, and we're gonna actually show you guys what this thing will look like when it's all done. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, folks, so it didn't take me that long, but I wanted to make sure that I could get a new donut gasket for this, which I called all around and I could not get a new donut gasket. So in a couple days, I will order 2 new gaskets for this and 2 new banjo clamps for the exhaust here so that it doesn't leak. I don't have any leak. The rest of the exhaust came out really good. I have everything kind of connected, ready to go. The drive shaft or prop shaft is back on, ready to go. It came out really good, and it looks good. It looks good. So I can't wait to actually drive this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this car down, and I'm going to connect the O2 sensors, and then I'm gonna take this thing for a ride and let you guys know how it works. So stay tuned. I will be right back when we test drive this thing. All right, people, so here we have it. We're all finished up with this bad boy, so it's definitely time to go take it for a ride. Let me see if this thing starts without a check engine light, because I did have everything unplugged for a while. All right, open up the door so I don't kill myself. You know what I'm saying? Know how it goes. The car probably will run a little bit weird. Oh yeah, it's running a little bit weird. Yeah, had it unplugged, but I actually don't hear a leak, which is kind of crazy. I still want to. Oh my gosh. What? Listen. All right. One thing I do want to tell you before we go on this test drive. I want to show you guys something real quick. So I want to close this door because I want to let all my heat out. I want to show you guys something. So one of the things I was having some issues with was where's that piece? Where's that? Oh, it's over here. One part that I was having issues with. Let me get my light here. Let me actually take this thing. Take this little rubber piece off here at the end. All right, that's garbage. So let me show you guys a little something. So looking at this bad boy, if you do notice, see there's that flat spot. Opposite side has the same flat spot. You see? No, it's kind of hard to tell, but there are 2 flat spots, and you just do have to make sure. That was my issue when it didn't take me very long to do, but like as soon as I figured that out, it was a lot easier. Like I said before, it wasn't really that difficult to do it, but seeing that there was like a keyway, only 2 ways that it'll go on, was increasingly more difficult. It's been a long time since I actually did the transmission in this car, so I did want to make sure that everything was good. But like I said before, it's been a while since I did the transmission in this. But we're gonna take this bad boy for a ride. I will tell you this flat out right now is just pulling it out. Just pulling it out was a little bit better. Let me turn on the light here. Oh, that's really bright. I want to turn that on. All right, I'm just gonna roll with this. And right off the jump, I don't hear anything like I did before. There was a little clank, clank, clank that you guys couldn't really hear in the audio, but I can definitely feel it underneath my feet, and it was very, very annoying. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I think I'm gonna be able to actually keep this fucking light on. All right. It's gonna be very I don't know. Don't think I can. All right, we're just gonna go for a ride here. Don't think I'm gonna. So right off the jump, I like to just go up and down. There's a street right next to mine, that's really, really simple and easy to get up and down whenever there's no traffic. Right now there's like hella traffic for some reason. What time is it? It says 6:45. So yeah. So all right, one thing I have noticed, I probably have to get it back on the lift. One thing that Danielle was asking me about, she was asking me about like the brakes. So not like it shakes or rumbles or does anything crazy like that, but I guess it pulls. Yeah, it pulls to the right whenever you brake. So I don't know if I'm gonna get it back on the lift tonight just to look at it, or if I'm just going to leave it for another day. What the hell is that? Looks like a buck. Yeah, it was a fox or something like that. Ran across the street. But anyway, so far this test drive is a success for the most part. I think that I will probably put it back on the lift. I'm not gonna show what I'm gonna do, but it feels like it does pull a little bit to the right here. So I think I'm just gonna quick look at that. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helped you out in some way, shape, or form. I know, like I said before in my previous videos, I do like doing these videos for you guys, as long as it helps you guys and I can get some support from the community to let me know like, hey, this is definitely working. I'm very happy with that, but I definitely have to get this thing back on the lift. Not like it's super terrible, but I just want to make sure. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you do like my content, please think about liking, think about subscribing, and maybe think about leaving me a comment. Let me know how you guys like my videos. Sometimes my videos are very long, but I try to give as much information as I possibly can. Those of you who have been with me for a while will know, like, I usually put torque specs and stuff like that up there, but you know, as of late I haven't really been doing all that. But if you want me to get back into stuff like that, just let me know. I'll get more into detail. I'll just like to show you guys exactly how to do what you guys need to do. But for now, you guys enjoyed, you know, I'll see you guys on the next video. All right, deuces.